All right, man. We back at it here at the Premier Report. We got my boy Craig in the building.
Good, y'all.
And we got a special guest here. He's going to do a light introduction of himself, and then he's going to give you a spill on his business and things that he do on the scenes, especially for Premier too. So just for a quick introduction to our fans, you can give them your name and then who you work for or what you do.
Yeah. So my name is Tevyn, Grayson. I got my own business. Appreciate y'all for having me too, man.
Of course. Appreciate you coming.
So I do my own accounting business. We focus just on bookkeeping as an entry-level service. But the bigger thing for me and the passion and the thing I'm hoping to share around this time is financial literacy and just education on money, businesses, how to run them, how to start them, maintain, scale ups, things like that. So yeah, definitely looking forward to, like I said, a conversation, and then I do my own thing. So I've been doing this now for like 5 years. So
5 years, and all with this 5 years run, this all been in Kalamazoo, or have you branched off into? Okay.
Yep, all Kalamazoo, man, because it started. So like the idea for it all started, you know what I mean, a while ago. I just knew, you know what I mean, there was a lot of money going through neighborhood and whatnot, and so for me, it was like trying to make sure my people knew what to do with it. Right. And so, yeah, I tried to keep it here first, try to build something if you can't start where you at. So, yeah, it's been going good, though.
Now, is that something that you kind of went into schooling for to learn, or is that something that you just took on yourself and like self-taught?
Yeah, I went to school for it, man. I just knew I liked numbers early on. And then, like I said, picked it up from there. But then on the other side of it is like the people side, the teaching and education side. That was another thing that kind of, you know what I mean, clicked for me. So, yeah.
Did you have somebody that put you on it?
No, man, not really. Like I said, it was my people mainly just kept pouring into me. You know what I mean? And that'd be a thing too, like just speaking life for the people, because they just constantly tell me like, man, you different, or you know what I mean, you smart, little stuff like that. Right. And so eventually, I'm kind of like, okay, I got to use this to do something. And then I just realized people ain't like math, so I was like, yeah, let me do that. Yeah. So then it just kind of clicked, and then, like I said, found this, and really, like I said, started with finance and wanted to do stocks, things like that, stocks and bonds and all those type of things. And
was this something you always wanted to do?
I mean, since like the 10th grade, though.
No, that's pretty young, though. To be in the 10th grade,
thinking like
about
that,
finance and things like that. You don't got pretty, especially black males, thinking about finances in the 10th grade. Right. We're more so stereotypically thinking about sports or rapping, music or video type of thing. Sure. But like finance, like what was the impact that was like, all right, this is what I'm going for?
Yeah. Like I said, man, it was when I realized just how much money was around, and you know what I mean. I don't condone nothing that's not up and legit and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's like I was seeing people spending money on shoes and you know what I mean, just blowing it though. And so I'm like, hey, I would not. This was what it was. I was like, I will not be one of them people that end up getting like 50, 100,000, and then be talking about what I did or had. Man, come on, man. I was like, I can't do that. So I got to know when I get it, what I'm going to do with it. And you know what I mean? That's picked it up from there. Yeah.
So I got one of the questions here. How do you feel about the news of the penny? They're not making any more pennies in the world. Yeah. Do you think that's going to affect like America financially, or do you think this will be like a cause that will better America in the financial world?
Right. That's a good one. That's a different question I done had, so I appreciate y'all.
Hey man, that's the Premier. We do stuff different, and you know we come in with it.
What I would think, man, is like a lot of it is a lot of the currency right now is digital anyway. So I would imagine that the impact wouldn't be huge in terms of like to the consumer, to like regular people spending money. But what I would imagine is like the process to like the jobs that's making those, you know what I mean? Like the people that actually make the pennies, that type of thing will be somewhere it's like, okay, that may impact jobs on that side. Then, of course, it's like the way currency get cleaned up. You know what I mean? Like Federal Reserves, like they burn dollars and stuff like that. So that's where my brain would go is in terms of like actual jobs. Like that's somebody's life to do that. So that's where it go. But I wouldn't expect it to do much because, you know what I mean? I don't know how many people keep cash on them nowadays, but unless you...
collective item, you know, they got like rare pennies right now. So
I mean, yeah, but how rare do you, out of a bunch of pennies, like, it's you
gotta
one
look.
out the bunch. I'm not about to be looking. Is you looking for? I'm not looking.
not
Is you
looking.
looking? All right, I'm not doing all that.
I got it. Got to fall in my hand and me be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it just gotta. You feel me? It just gotta be there.
No, for sure. Yeah, I think the collection side of it, that'll go up too. So it might be some more money.
People be trying to hold them. You know what I'm saying? 2000. What you mean 2036? You seen a penny before?
No, I can't go like that. That's gonna make us really feel old though. Like 20 years from now, there's gonna be kids like, what's a penny? We're gonna be like, bro, we is old.
Bro, I remember you used to go to the store.
Penny jar, all that time. Man. Those used to be the days. So now, but they had also mentioned like they're starting to delete the penny because it costs more to even make the product, like the penny product, you know? So that's probably another impact.
For sure. And like I said, that's what I would think, because everything, like you said, everything got a cost to it, but it's just like, that's somebody's life, though. Like, you know what I mean? Somebody really wake up, go to sleep, you know what I mean? Making pennies. It's like, yep, hey, you, no more. You could go find something else.
We don't need no more pennies. Yeah. All them pennies, take them with you.
Oh, God.
That's crazy.
So you had mentioned that you got into financial literacy in the 10th grade. In the 10th grade, that's when I opened my bank account, because that's when I was 16, I had a job, and then I had my driver's license. But I wasn't a person to say, oh, let me go get a bank account. My mom and my grandma basically told me. Yeah. So did you tell your parents hey, I want to do this, I want a bank account, or did they kind of educate you on that?
Yeah, man. So I would say the comfort with cash wasn't there. So it wasn't like I ain't had no other jobs or nothing like that. I was in survival mode. So it was one of those where it was caught up in a couple little things here and there. And so just trying not to get overly caught up into where I ruin my future or something like that. So in that sense, it was more, just trying to make whatever I could, but I was really focused on the school side. So as it related to with my parent, my mom, mainly my mom, where her conversations we have around it, but it was more so still just catching her up with the same stuff I'm doing, because, you know what I mean, they don't teach us. So a lot of the things I come back man, you know about this, and this, and she just listened to me, let me go, and oh, okay, you know how you do that. You know how you do that with the kids.
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
I don't know, but I know.
Yeah. So she kind of hit me with those, and I don't think I really got first anything really, except first thing I got was a little watch or something from Zales, little credit card joint or something like that. Build my credit up, but other than that, man, it was like I said, trying to survive for real.
Okay, you got some questions on there?
Yeah. I had a credit. What adversity did you run across as a black accountant?
Man, so the part that was crazy for me, and then you kind of asked it too, it was I thought most people would be excited when I was in there, because man, what I immediately, if I see anybody, so say I work at a spot, if I go in there and I can talk to somebody either in the accounting department, somebody in management, something like that, I'm coming up, hey man, what up, da da da, I'm da da da, and then I tell them I'm gonna be your new accountant, man, and, you know what I mean? I'm trying to sell it and all of this, So then I was expecting, first I just noticed it wasn't a lot in there, so I couldn't, you know what I mean? It's a predominantly older white dominated space. So if I seen anybody, I'm just oh. And then the part after that is the people that I was trying to connect with and stuff like that. You know, they be having their own life and things like that going on. But at the time, I was tight. I ain't gonna lie. I was tight. Bro, you see what I'm trying to do, man. But it was, man, it was ugly. For sure.
Did you ever feel uncomfortable working in that type of environment? Because for myself, I have experienced working in certain companies where there are predominantly other races involved, and I'm well, I'm not more so want to fit in, but I also want to be myself, but also play the policy rule in whatever company I'm working with, you know? So how did you manage to be comfortable uncomfortably?
Yeah. It took a minute, man, because it was, So obviously, like the thing for the kids and stuff like that, it's like code switching. So that's the thing when you go in and you know what I mean. You got to change the way the language stuff like that because there's a generally accepted version of you know what I mean. Black people that we gotta show up
lingo, slang,
And so obviously it was like learning how to do that, and it was still like you said, trying to find the ways to still stay in tune with me, and then was able to get tapped in with some you know what I mean, some people that I looked at as mentors to help to kind of give me certain etiquette and interactions. But then even in the same space of like seeing them speak up in like a meeting or something like that, where they like, hey man, this is wrong. And I'm like, hey, you gonna let him talk to you like that? That's what I'm thinking in my head. But then it was kind of respected because, you know what I mean? As a leader, you want people to be engaged and you want them to push back to kind of push the envelope. And so it took a lot, like I said, of just finding like, you know what I mean, the trial and error, figuring the balance. But ultimately it got into a spot where I got more comfortable with my identity, comfortable how I show up and what that means for me. And so nowadays it's like, yeah, you're not gonna catch me code switching no more. But yeah, but I could definitely, like I said, I could be professional, and my dialogue in general is gonna be higher level. But yeah,
It's in my head, man. You ever been tempted?
oh for sure. Oh. Come on, man.
He funny. He funny. That's why you looked at me. I gotta ask.
I tell you, look, man. I tell you this, man. I was working because again, it's like when you're in customer relations and stuff like that. So the adage of like customers knows best is really for like customer facing jobs. That's like retail when you interacting with people on a regular basis. I was dealing with like business owners and stuff like that. So it wasn't the everyday, it's business to business sales. So it's a little different. And so internally they telling me like, man, push back. Like, don't let them, you know what I mean? That type of thing. So it was a client I was working with. They wanted me to get some product. They want me to get a lot of it too. And I'm like, man, that don't make sense. He was like, man, da-da-da-da. He was like, let me talk to your boss and all that. And I'm like, bro, they gonna tell you the same thing. Like, what you mean? And so then, you know what I mean? That situation resolved where they get involved and then they like, well, we'll do it this one time. So then it happened again. And then that's when I was kind of like, bro, you don't really know me though. Like, for real, like you don't really know me. Like, don't like be, you know what I mean? Like clear of this type of thing. But I think it's, you know, you find ways to get off without getting a little too extra.
So one of the questions that we kind of always ask, and this would kind of be different in your lane, what would be your bank Mount Rushmores?
Yeah, kind of in that space. That's a tough one, man, because
I know.
It was a lot of people that, you know what I mean, wasn't necessarily like the business side. They don't put a lot of business people in front of you. You know what I mean? But what I will say, so I'm gonna shift it in the business as opposed to like bank. It's gonna be more like finance, business, that type of thing. Okay. So number one has got to be Jay-Z, of course, because what he did and how he did it is like I don't think people understand that enough. Like that's different. That's different to maintain that level of integrity, but then to still shoot straight like that.
Yeah. And he kind of did it in front of us too.
Yeah, then it's like behind the scenes stuff he be doing and things like that. So it's like he gotta, you know what I mean? You gotta acknowledge that. Then one that come to my mind, and he more motivational, and he actually from Michigan, is Eric Thomas.
Oh, that's the motivational speech. Yeah.
It's like how he move and, you know what I mean, building an empire and stuff like that. Like his, you know what I mean, the
vision.
Yeah, it's like seeing it, communicating it, and communication is always the thing. So it's like, yeah, the way he moving is different. Another one, a good one, would be Deion Sanders. I think, yeah, the way he shifted, you know what I mean. Culture, he went to the HBCU first, got his son, got his mans there, and then he, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's being intentional and being itself, because it's like, he gonna tell you straight, he gonna say what it is.
It's kind of like LaMelo Ball and them daddy.
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
Like essence of it in that way.
How he did with that GB,
that league. Just to push them though, like that was crazy.
Man, and it's crazy. That'll be the third, and then I say, what'll be the fourth one, man? I don't know. That one kind of, I don't know, plug and play. I'm putting me up there. I'm just playing.
Hey, you can't. Hey, you should feel like that. You know what I'm saying? You're doing your thing out here. One question, or another question I have: if you could go back to 16 years old or 15 years old, what bank would you bank with right now if you was like at that age?
With the knowledge that he know right now, though. Yeah. Or
no, if he would go back like 16 years old, you know what I'm saying? With the knowledge, what you know right now, you're taking it back with you. Would you still kind of go with the same bank, or what would you do?
No, I wouldn't go to the same one because I went big bank, and that's like Fifth Third, Chase, the Bank of America. Yeah, I went with those originally. I would go credit unions, and the reason is because the credit unions is actually tied in with the community and what's going on. Yeah, so the Avias, the consumers, the honors, they actually have like a community component to it. On one side, but then on the other side, they lending and the way that they actually like give money to the communities is more beneficial. So they're more likely to support a dream, support a business loan, support a mortgage, support, you know what I mean, refinancing where you get all your debt into one thing. So it's I think they work with you a lot more.
That's one of my questions too.
How do you?
I thought it was I thought you were supposed to go to a bank.
Hey, that's what my mom did. Like,
Yeah.
she took me to
I was
Huntington
trying to
Bank
follow my
first
mom.
thing. Yeah. And that's kind of what I've been with to this day. You know, it's like I don't know nothing besides
I'm
that.
switch.
It's a excuse me. It's one of those, man, where it's like obviously it got its perks. You know what I mean? The big businesses or big banks got like they things that they offer, but in terms of, for me, it matters to like, you know what I mean? Not just see me as a number, not just see me as a...
I feel like big banks just like flash it. They like flashing it in your face. Like, look, you got the money. Come over here. We can save it.
And so that's the part where I'm like, yeah, I need to be able to talk. I always wanted to, I got to talk to somebody that can make some decisions, man. Get me around that person. And we figure it out.
So we usually do like would you rather questions. So to your lane, I kind of like switched it over. Yeah. So would you rather do payroll on April 15th or count 10,000 pieces of inventory by hand?
Ooh. I'll probably have to
do them taxes. Those taxes crazy, ain't it?
It'd be too much stress, man. People be, let me get in the zone. I cut some music on. Let me lock you in with the inventory for sure. Okay. That's a good one.
Would you rather misplace a receipt or accidentally misplace a decimal point?
Oh, it got to be the receipt. It got to be the receipt.
You say a decimal.
No,
move it. I'm blank checking it.
You said $10, $100, $1,000.
Yeah, they gonna be on me for that. That receipt, we can figure something out, man. We can figure something out for that receipt.
My last one is: would you rather recoil a bank statement with 50 unknown transactions, or explain debit versus credit to a 5-year-old?
That boy, oh boy.
That's the was right there, man.
That's tough.
Come on, man. That's the problem I got right now too. It's like, cause I love kids in the sense of like I be trying to, you know what I mean, like pour into them, stuff like that. But I tell my kids now, I struggle because I can't talk to kids no more. Yeah. I just
they whole different language in there. Yeah. They not there no more.
Come on, man.
They into the phones.
So you gotta go to the credit union. You gotta go to the credit union. Little kid, credit union.
Build your credit up.
You like crayons.
Come on, man. Yeah, I might have to do that reconciliation, G. I might have to do that one.
How do you feel about certain parents putting their kids' names on like certain things and building that credit up? How do you feel about that?
I wouldn't advise it, and the part of it is because it's just the power balance is not one that I will reinforce in terms of putting somebody on something that they don't know about. Now, again, if they older, and because a lot of times people talk about too, like adding you to their line of credit and stuff like that. disclaimer, I don't do a lot of credit repair. I'm not into finance in terms of like lending and stuff like that. But I have been told that putting somebody on the line of credit actually does nothing. So my thing is that the relationship between like lending and stuff like that, or just getting something on the kid's name, it's like you want to empower them to do stuff and like make the financial choices and make their own decisions and not necessarily force them into anything. So that's where I'm like, that dynamic, I wouldn't support it, but everybody can raise how they gonna do it. So.
All right. I just want to know your view.
For sure.
I got one. If I had 100,000 right now,
Yeah.
what would be what should I invest it in?
Yeah. So the first thing, if you got 100,
How could I double it?
you're right. So the first thing I gotta tell you, if you came to me and you're like, man, I got 100,000, what I'm finna do? First thing I'm gonna tell you is to sit down and relax for a minute. Cause you can't, yeah, what, burn a hole in your pocket. And from that standpoint, it's because, impulse is like a thing, and it's so much in terms of like how the world put things in front of you, to where it's like, it's stuff we ain't got, stuff we don't have, where you gonna be like, what, I could buy it, man, what? Right, give me 100,000, I'm tattoo parlor. Yeah, everything. But it's you got to take a breath to just like, settle in the moment and think like, okay, this money is just a resource to get to something else. So then you got to kind of see what really mattered to you is what I would tell you. You come to me, I'm like, why you want to do something? What are you trying to do? Because you got to have a connection to a longer term thing. Plan. Yeah. If you come to me and you say you want to invest in something, if we go stock route, the part I'm going to tell you is, again, don't think you finna double this overnight. Yeah, you mess around and risk it all and that type of thing. So I'm like, don't think that it's going to be that. Now, if we want to do something strategic to like give you leverage or give you some money long term that you can grow, we'll figure that out. So, I'll probably help you to chop it up where it's like, okay, put 2025 into some type of investment account. Probably take another like 10 on something like a life insurance or something like that. Make sure you get those paid, cover for. The insurance is a, man.
I heard about it.
Listen, man. The insurance part, like, especially for the black community, has been undersold so much, and trying to say like insurance is a scam or something like that.
Like life insurance?
All of it. Life, auto, home, man, renters. Yeah, it's like all of that. You want to make sure you have it to just relax, where you like, I'm cool. Take the car, cool.
That's exactly why. I promise, man. What? I got renters, I promise, bro.
And so from there, then it's like, you know what I mean? Get
I got lemonade
paid up and things like that.
God. I got it too.
Lemonade.
Me too.
And so then the part that we'll do, so you know what I mean? That's 30 off the top, 30, 35. So then we're going to try and get you a loan to double that. That's how we would essentially double it. You put a chunk in as collateral, which is just money that you put down towards it. May put 30, 40, you know what I mean, to hold it. Then we get you 100, 150. And now you got, you know what I mean, regular payment stuff. But now we're going to think about, again, what are we trying to do? What do you...
So it's basically like not spending your money, basically.
Yeah. You never want to do that. You never want to do that. And the part of it is like, you know what I mean? You want that, the relationship, again, with those bankers, they're not going to help you when you need them. When you don't need them, they're giving you everything. Yeah. So you always want to come when you got the money, and then they're going to be like, oh, yeah, I'll give you some more. Like, And then similarly, it's like you want to always have some credit that you have access to, a good like goal. I never necessarily got to it, or I have not gotten to it yet. But a goal for me is to try to make sure I got at least like access to 3 times my monthly income in credit. So if you make like 5, you should have 15 in credit cards that you can, at any moment, you can be like, yep, boop, 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 spend it, keep it, you know what I mean? Keep it rotating, stuff like that. But it's always that part of it where it's like, wealth is in having the assets and the access to things. Cash is like one of the lowest valued things, just having some hard cash you sitting on. So I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Yeah, like what are you?
The credit card and stuff, that's just a number. That's just
Yeah,
You know what I'm
they
saying?
say like the paper dollar is decreasing like every year. Like the value of it is
it's
decreasing.
gonna be 50 cents tomorrow.
Mess
dollar.
around, you know. You got any more questions on
Nah,
yours?
that's
I just got two more questions. Tax season. What is the most stressful thing that you have to deal with during tax season?
It's people when they're not prepared, and then they expect me to like make them prepared, and then they expect me to do it too quick. Or it's just like, man, yo, this is. Come on, man, and again, it's like to be clear in that space too. I am not licensed to file taxes. There are two people like certificates. You should either be a EA, which is an enrolled agent, which has you sign the taxes that you file in as a preparer, or a CPA, which is a certified public accountant. And that's, again, like the highest level that you can get in this accounting stuff. Those are the two like certifications to be able to actually file taxes. So if you go to HR block, they are EAs, stuff like that. So that's the part where it's like people just got to understand like who do what and stuff like that. I just help getting the files together for your taxes and can, of course, communicate with them to, you know what I mean, make it an easier process. But yeah, it's like if you expect me to take all of this stuff and file your 1040s, yeah, I'm like, it ain't enough money in that for me. Like, I'm not interested in like overworking, you know what I mean, for something, because it's like you have to do like 50, 60, 100 1040s where you just boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, I'm not interested in working that. Yeah, I'm cool.
And then my last question that I have here is, what goals do you have in the next 3 years with what you're doing?
Yeah. So right now I'm back at school because I have an associate's in accounting, and then I'm going back to get my bachelor's and then ultimately get my CPA to the big joint. And so in the next 3 years, what I plan on doing is having the business function without me as like a pillar of it all. So one of the things you had mentioned too at the beginning, I don't think I've referenced it. For Premier, I was a part of like the early processes before the move here and all that type of stuff. And so trying to make sure I got a team in place to help with all of the things that were crucial in what we did. So just trying to make it where it's like, you don't need me to get the payroll set up. You don't need me to do, you know what I mean, the reporting or monthly meeting. And so got a great team right now. I don't know if they're going to see this. They might. Shout out to Daisy. Shout out to Todd. Shout out my mom. And then shout out my cousin, Brian. Yeah, you got to make sure the team good. No, for sure. And they dope. They super dope. And so that's the part for me where it's good when you get like high quality people, because you can, you know what I mean? It's easier to be like, oh yeah, I can go out and, man, what? I go out there and sell the best out of something. I'm like, yeah, what? When Daisy get a hold of this, I'm telling you, man, holla at Ty. He go, you know, so it's just trying to make sure I, you know what I mean, keep obstacles out their way and we just get bigger and, you know what I mean, create a system. So that's a goal for me, man.
Well, we appreciate you coming out here and spending your time. You know, you're a busy man and things like that. Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
And if you wanted to like give like a last shout out or like last advice to like the youth about any financial literacy, that'll be great.
Yep. I appreciate y'all too, man. Like I said, excited to support, see what y'all got going. Definitely hoping, you know what I mean, to keep pushing it. This one was fun. We was talking about it early on and like what make it different. This one was different. So y'all, you know what I mean? I appreciate that. And then for the kids, I think the big thing, man, is trying to find things that you love and then don't be afraid to try stuff, man. Like just do something different, try it out. You might not like it, but at least you get the experience, because that's all that life about, man. Having them experiences, doing different things and just making choices. So I know oftentimes you kind of get pigeonholed or you know what I mean, funneled into like you said, these only couple outlets to, you know what I mean, change the situation. It's like, yeah, no, you can literally make money doing everything. You can enjoy life doing anything. So try it for sure.
Thank you again, man. And we'll be back here at the Premier Report. Be back.